Hello, and welcome, my Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read for this beautiful new to full May into June 2023? Like the new music? Thank you, Jenna Grace. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. They are my initials. I am a professional witch. I'm a professional intuitive. I'm the president of Drawing the Circle production since 1998. We just turned 25 years old, and there are 3 new videos that I made for the anniversary explaining all sorts of stuff, changes coming to the company. So check them out, links in the description box. I am also the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. There's a link to the Kindle version of it in the description box. You can click that link and see the dedication to my mother, a Cancerian sun sign. I'm Pisces moon. I also have Cancer in the 12th house, so there's a lot of power there for me. So I have very interesting relationships with Cancerians, being a Leo rising that I am. Yeah, the original version though, the Kindle version's beautiful, but it's like IKEA compared to what I got over on Patreon. The original Fellini-esque version, chakra chapters, so much color, so much, it's just beautiful. But some of my subscribers get that over there, and it's all explained in the video that I made, the May update for patreon.com/drawingthecircle. So if you want to check it out, do. All of my subscribers get 3 things in common, which I'll talk about at the end. But otherwise, if you feel it and you want to, click the link, come Patreon on Patreon. Because I'm the Archangel of Lions, Mark Angelo Lyons, and my mother named me that, so you can call me Mal. But she never will, and that's okay because she's my mom and I love her. So if you're new to the channel, we'll do the explanation and then we'll dive into the divination of 5-card draws, just pulling 1 card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about anything, like taking the temperature, so to speak. But we are doing this for a 2-week period to plant a seed at the new moon, and we'll talk about the astrology. I got it right here. I'm a Virgo. Of course, I have a clipboard. To the full moon, right? Plant a seed, hope it grow. And that can be literal as well. Like, I'm getting out to the garden. My mother is a genius artist, gardener. So I learned a lot and still learning. I'm going to see her in a couple of weeks. She's got like tons of plants to give me, right? So the metaphor is literal in my case here. And these 5 cards represent the 5 magical elements: fire, earth, air, water, and spirit, to help you align your spell work, your intention work, your law of attraction, who's-y, what's-this, however you want to do it. It's kind of fun along the way. Let's look at the astrology. Actually, it starts off new moon in Taurus on Friday, May 19th, 11:53 a.m., but then it goes void, of course, at 1:51 p.m., so a little void time there, going into Gemini at 2:48 p.m. This is Eastern time. I'm in New York, and that's why that Gemini moon, the opposite sign is Sagittarius, will be the full moon on Saturday, June 3rd, 11:42 p.m., which you can't beat it for the witching hour. For me, the witching hour is 11:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m., a foot in each world, so to speak. In between those two, just of note, Mars is going into Leo, so Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, all that. That's happening on May 20th, and then, of course, the Sun will go into Gemini on the 21st. Now, no retrogrades starting or ending during this 2-week period that I could see, but I think there are a couple other ones that are in in the heavens, as it were, so you might want to keep an eye on that. So the general read, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs to get more insight into maybe this one situation, right? Your moon might have a different take on it than your sun, etc. But also you might have 2, 3, or possibly 4 different things holographically that you can come at it from different angles. So both feet on the floor if you can, focus on your breath if you will, and cross-watchers, you have the opportunity to get some insight, right, some understanding, some sympathy, and some empathy for the Cancerian that you're cross-watching for, as well as maybe apply a little magic. There are archangels here, there's all sorts of info, there's a mantra that as you do you are holographically helping not just the Cancerian you're cross-watching for, but for the entire Cancerian collective. How cool is that? So yeah, let's do this. The shift from explanation, which I'm glad to do. My mother's a teacher. I inherited it, to the divination I was absolutely born to do. We find that shift in the still point. Yeah, feel this if you can. Ready? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Okay, I feel that. Okay, using the magical spell cards as the element of fire for the element of fire. Magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. I call upon the ancestors. There you are. The ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video, who are drawn to this reading. What is the magical spell card? The spell fragment. No, that's two. I felt it. The magical spell fragment to help them hone and refine their element of fire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their hearts desire, what they came in to incarnate in this life, or perhaps only that which is required. This beautiful, new to full organization. Organization, purpose, planning, efficiency now comes to me so easily. Spring cleaning, I'm doing that. I totally redid. Me doing the company's coming. The Cancerian's company's coming. I'm coming out of my hermit phase, but that also means inviting people in, not just me going out. Yeah, well, yeah, we'll cope. I have a 2-week period. Oh, but they're coming in a couple of days, so whatever. So purpose, planning, efficiency now comes to me so easily. Now, is that your heart's desire? Maybe it is. I know a lot of Cancerians, right? To get the home together, just as an example. But that might be what is required to manifest your heart's desire. So let's go a little bit deeper. We'll ground it with the element of earth using the crystal oracle. I say it every time. If you have the stone indicated, it's a wonderful opportunity for an amulet, a talisman, a touchstone, a magical carrier, right? Just a reminder, like a gratitude rock. But I would say with organization, definitely, oh God, it just went out of my head. Fluorite octahedron. Sorry, it's sitting right behind me. It tapped me on the shoulder. But if you don't have the stone indicated, clear quartz does everything, but really anything will work. Piece of jewelry over a 2-week period is kind of fun. Particularly something, you know, that you can pop on and pop off as you go. Pop off! So, let's ask Archangel Ariel what the message is. Please take a nice deep breath. Because it's really the oracle message that matters. Still point. Archangelic override. As I call upon the beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the north, powers of earth, hence the crystal oracle, please, beloved Archangel of lions, beloved Archangel of nature, please, Archangel of wealth, one card in clarity, for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video. Perhaps you drew them to this reading. The element of earth, the fuel to feed the fire to ground and manifest their heart's desire that either is or does require organization. This new to full. Ooh. Rhodochrosite. RHODOCHROSIT. It's a good lip exercise, I will say that. Oh, all that training. always growing, always learning, always doing our thing. I'm going to read it from the bookie book here. Not rhodonite, that's got patches of darkness. It's got patches of darkness in it. But rhodochrosite. Relationships, compassion, blessings, love, and joy. Rock. So, whatever organization is needed for this, it is through our relationships with others that we learn more about our own character. From a higher perspective, everyone we encounter is a reflection of ourselves. Well, I like to go a little bit deeper than that. There's only one of us. There's only one pranic field or unified. It's the unified field. Right? There's only one of us. And the universe has placed around us the things that will help us expand our love and tolerance. Which means challenges in relationships. We meet people we like and people we dislike. When we see what we consider to be positive traits in others, we align with these characteristics because we believe them to be good. Yet, when we see what we consider to be negative aspects in others' characters, we refuse to see those same traits in ourselves because we judge them as bad, right? Very punishment reward system, very parental, very not the way the universe works. Yet the truth is that we have each trait within us. Hey, in the collective unconscious, that's why it's collective. And it's unconscious, right? We don't know, but it's there, either currently or in the past. Otherwise, we would not be able to recognize those traits in another. Now, I will say I've used rhodochrosite extensively for past life stuff. I don't know where I learned that from, but it's a thing, for me at least. You are being urged to examine the traits you don't like in others rather than merely judge them as bad or avoiding them. Look at what they reflect within you. Developing a compassionate attitude will help you realize that often the judgments we make about others are judgments we make about ourselves, and that's not new. That concept is hardly new on the book. It's thousands and thousands of years old because we're all one thing. We're all one energy field. We're all the same divine child at the core. All relationships are a mixture of positive and negative, particularly in a dualistic paradigm called third and fourth dimensional consciousness. All relationships are a mixture of positive and negative that help us broaden our understanding of life and love and help us to see more of who we are. And you even get an affirmation. Can you dig it? Wow, for a free YouTube. Affirmation: I love and accept myself as I am. Louise Hay, blessed be. I love and accept the world as it is. Oh, that's going to bring some stuff up. Deep in my heart, I know that beyond my perception of good and bad, only love exists, and that's Course in Miracles 101. All right. Cope. So, I want to keep that open because those words, particularly with something like organization, relationships, compassion, blessing, love, and joy. If I need to remember it, I have it right there. So, fire needs air. So for the element of air, we're using the Archangel Fire Oracle. But, they got wings. And archangels, everyone has access to archangelic consciousness. If you think of your higher self as a guardian angel, it's really just you. Higher dimensions, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. Those higher selves belong to collectives, arcs of angels. And everybody has access, right? All you got to do is ask. All you got to do is call, think, element of air, because fire can't exist without air. So your desires, think about them and call them in for help. They don't come unless you call them. Politely, I recommend. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, that felt good. Yeah. Still point. Yeah, I forgot. In the meditation before this, the key word that really came through was relief. And that is the feeling I am feeling right now. One more time. Still point. Ooh. Call upon the pantheons of archangels for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers who are watching this video, who are drawn to this reading. Who's the archangel waiting in the wings with their wings, ready to help, ready to serve, ready to help them manifest their heart's desire that either is or does require organization in their love and their joy and their relationships, right? And that mirroring process. Not always you spot it, you got it, but showing them what their judgments are. And when haven't we all done that? We've been everything on this planet at this point. So who is the archangel? What is the message for the Cancerians, this beautiful, beautiful? You got my boyfriend. I'm an Arielite. Ariel, the lioness of God. Well, this is Uriel. Look at him. Oh my God. If he ever manifests in physical form, he probably has a neck tattoo. He's a bit of a badass, our Uriel, although they dressed him real innocent in this one, card number 6. He's been called the Mack truck of the archangels. Definitely element of earth, at least in my experience, I think. Well, most ceremonial magicians would, would agree. Ready for this? The key word. Salvation. Relief. Much. How do you spell relief? Oh my God. Uriel's name means fire of God or flame of God. Work. as the vibrant firefly, really, as the vibrant firefly and plumes coming from his palms, and the image of him as a gentle Balinese man on the card suggests. Oh, how eat, pray, love. Uriel is the keeper of the flame of divine love. He teaches us the path of salvation, helps purify our hearts, and release lower energies such as guilt and anger, which may cloud our judgment. Call upon Uriel to help resolve arguments and bring forgiveness and healing into tense situations. He can help you start afresh and let go of hurts and grudges. Also known as the Archangel of Earth, Uriel watches over our planet and the elements. Well, let's stick a pin in this. He's also essentially the warden of Tartarus, okay? So, you know, he's a busy guy. I love that about him. He got jobs. Uriel watches... He is the supreme counselor and one of the wisest of the archangels. You can ask him to assist whenever you have an interview or exam, or if you need the answer to a difficult question. He'll sharpen your senses so the answers you are seeking pop into your head, and he's a total snuggler. The message: let go of anger and unforgiveness and let my flame of love illuminate your heart. I can help free you from the emotional pain. If you do not know the right words to say, call upon me and I will speak through your heart. Oh, baby. Wow. Wow. He's my boyfriend. Yeah, the lion and the flame of God. Salvation. Work. So, let's move. We're going to move on because there's a lot of love here. Right? The organization part is interesting to me. That makes this so incredibly general because it's about relationships, but it's also about forgiveness. Now look, I'm a student and a teacher of A Course in Miracles, and I've been for decades. I've done the workbook a couple of times, alright, if you know what I'm talking about. Pure non-dualism is my gig. I'm a pure non-dualistic witch. Find a way to cope. We're all one. Right? So, you know, seeing things from the point of view of the Archangelic Consciousness, just to say, I don't know how to do this. Help. There's the prayer, right? And grab a piece of rhodochrosite or something similar, because purpose, planning, efficiency, come to you so easily. That's almost like a wild card, if that's what's required to get it all in order. So, since love is so highly indicated, this should be rather key. The Whispers of Love Oracle for the element of water, the higher selves of all involved. And since obviously we've got relationships going on here, yeah, it's them too. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Higher self override. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the whisper of love, please? For the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and crosswatchers who are watching this video and who are drawn to this reading, what do they need? For the element of water to free, to open up the love that is divine power, the heart chakra, right? That divine unity at core, that truth that we are. That the soul experiences every incarnation in a linear journey. The higher self experiences all lives at once. So what is the clue? They tip the hand for the element of water to help them manifest their heart's desire. This beautiful new to full. Show simple acts of kindness. It's one of my love languages. I am a Virgo. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. So yeah, you don't have to send a dozen or this or 10,000 of that, right? But to start that on the inner, absolutely, right? I'm just going to say, at this point, anytime there is a disagreement between two people, well, reason, season, or lifetime, let's put it that way, It's usually a past life thing there. If you're playing, if you understand, if you're there, right? If that's a thing, if that's in your spiritual wheelhouse. Because it is for me, because the most useful thing past life information has done is given me a larger context for the contracts I have with people in this life. It always comes back to what's going on now. Holographic, all time is now. So, higher self is a good thing. So, that lives it all at once. What is the simple act of kindness? Now, certainly I would start, like I said, on the inner. But there's going to take, I don't know what this organization thing is, though. Interesting. I mean, it could be a divine order thing going on. It's another way to read that, I suppose. Well, we got one last card. A Matt Kahn Healing Mantra card from the Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck. What a coinky-dink. The card of spirit to energize it. So you grab a rhodochrosite, really rose quartz will work. Cast for an organization calling in Uriel. Ask him for salvation. I mean, that's a bit much, but he's a bit much. With the intention to show simple acts of kindness, not knowing what that is necessarily, but maybe for the organization to get that together. So what I do, because I do these, I understand holographic reality, and the meditations I do beforehand, I do it. So I will take my piece of rhodochrosite if I were a Cancerian writer. I'm cross-watching for them. Cast the spell once for organization, calling in Archangel Uriel with the intention to show simple acts of kindness. Then you charge it with this. All you got to do is this with the rock for 2 weeks or so. Stick it in a piece of jewelry. I always do. Please take a nice deep breath. Yep. Still point. Ascended Master Override. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, because again, yes, it's about love and relationships and soul contracts, but that organization is a wild card. So please, one card in clarity. For my beloved Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and Cross Watchers. Watching this video, maybe you inspired to find this reading. What is the perfect healing mantra? The card of spirit to help them manifest their heart's desire that either is or does require organization, grounding it in their relationships with that love. And yeah, there's definitely a past life vibe there for somebody out there in YouTube land. If they should just call in Archangel Uriel, I might, just because I miss him. So cute. With salvation, particularly on a mental level, right? All that forgiveness and whatnot, with the element of water to get things going. Just simple acts of kindness, even if that starts within, because a simple act of kindness can recharge them and bring happiness to those around them. So, what do you got for them? The card of spirit to help them manifest their heart's desire. Fire, earth, water, earth, air, fire, and spirit. I think I said that right. This beautiful, beautiful. Unhooking the past. There's nothing to regret when I learn from my past. This was one of my shadow reads. This was my Libra shadow read, a card draw. I got that one locked down in a piece of jewelry for surezies. Let me read you this one, because this is unhooking the past. This is exactly what we do in relationships. It is the way to say it. You realize that it couldn't have been any other way. That the hidden unconscious stuff, collective unconscious, personal subconscious, trigger McTriggerson. Even the Course in Miracles says you are never upset for the reason you think. Right, forever young. Yeah, I'm that witch. Unhooking the past. There's nothing to regret when I learned from my past. When you unhook the past, you are able to see crucial moments of growth from fresh perspectives. This allows you to see the mistakes of your past as catalysts for development, not as something you did wrong, right? It's like egg, caterpillar, cocoon, butterfly, right? You don't yell at the caterpillar for not being a butterfly. It's a necessary stage. It is an opportunity to see how your previous actions could have been better aligned with your highest values. When you learn today, this is the big one. When you learn today the things you didn't know before, you are able to meet your current circumstances with renewed clarity, so the past can be unhooked instead of repeated. Karma is not a punishment reward system. That is very Western, and let's call it what it is. Childish. If I'm good, I will get good. Really, does it work that way? Have you been watching? No. It's about doing what we came here to do in this life. And yeah, it's up to us. We have the free will to unhook the past, but then you gotta, but letting yourself off the hook. Anyone you have on the hook, you're still on the hook. Because roll on, you get very Course in Miracle. Disappearance of the universe, return to love. Up to you. This mantra is ideal for overcoming self-criticism, releasing shame, and being more open-minded. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it, and I love the mantra. I've been working it, well, for 2 weeks, just about, come this new moon. So, I'm going to put this together from a crab cakes and what's called the blessimation. If you're new, it's a combination of a blessing and a summation, a word we came up with over on Patreon when we first got started. So at the end of that is the end of the read. I love blessing. It's what I do. The energy comes through me, feels lovely 9 times out of 10. And then if you want to hang around for the end, we're going to talk about the changes that have already arrived during the circle and what's coming ahead. And thank you, Janet Grace, for the new music. Ready? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Cancerian collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video, who are drawn to this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need, this beautiful, newtiful, by unhooking their past, because there's nothing to regret when they learn from their past and those simple acts of kindness, just to express themselves in some way with simple acts of kindness. It's going to refresh them and bring happiness to the people around them, and certainly the salvation that is available within themselves and in their heart to free themselves and others, calling upon Archangel Uriel and his flame of divine love in their relationships. And just so we cross every T and dot every I, relationships, compassion, blessings, love, and joy, which would, I would think, certainly bring them more into alignment with divine order, things going exactly as they are meant to be, particularly as they unhook the past, letting go of some of the atoms in between lead and gold to rise up and be the love that they truly are, with purpose, planning, efficiency, now coming to them so easily, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be. So it is. Loving the new music. Yeah. Clairaudience for fun and profit. Yes, much work. Did you like it? Hit the thumbs up, helps other people find the video, as does, subscribing. Apparently that shifts things, and commenting apparently really does. And the notification bell, they're just wild about the notification bell. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You sign up for one of my levels of subscription, you get everything. On that level of subscription, since I started Patreon, I haven't really deleted anything yet. And moving forward, as you go onward and upward as a subscriber, as long as you remain a subscriber. And all of my subscribers get 3 things. Let's just touch into this briefly. They get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s, and some of them are like an hour long. They get the daily check-ins, my favorite thing on earth, astrological weather every day, unlisted YouTube live stream link. They can actually chat with me, and all of them get a significant discount. I upped my prices after 25 years. There's a video for that too, but I have to say, I love Patreon. I highly recommend it to my creative friends out there. In fact, one of Jill Schweitzer, my editor for Words of Grace from A Professional Witch, she's looking into it herself. So we're building a lovely community over there. So if you feel so drawn, we're having a field day. Come check it out. Come Patreon on Patreon. Because remember, I'm the Archangel of Lions, Markangelo Lyons, but my mom will never call me Mal, and that's okay. I love her for that so much. She's such a Hera archetype. The queen may call her what she likes as long as it's not late for dinner. Oh my god. So booking a reading with Mal is gone. It has been, well, it's still up there in the interwebs, but the new version, booking private sessions with Mal, I somehow managed to keep it under 30 minutes. I think it was like 11 minutes or something ridiculous like that. But it explains everything. My new prices, the Patreon discount, in-person Zoom stuff, just all of that. It makes it very, very easy. And I found it very, very fun and entertaining to do. And my mom thought it was amazing. Of course she did. She gets it, and she wants her son to be his best, and that's all I want to do. Help people, bringing people together with spirit. It's the corporate tagline of Drawing the Circle for 25 years, and I'll never change it, because that is my job. That is what I came in to do in this lifetime, and I would be dead in the water without my mom and a lot of the Cancerians in my life. You cramps. Oh, I love you. So good luck with this. Get it together. Unhook the past. And talk to my boyfriend. I'll put in a good word for you. I love you. Hang in there. Manifest your heart's desire. Heal. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.